7 years. Solitary confinement, daily torture, no hope of rescue. How do you survive the impossible? James Stockdale was flying a routine mission over Vietnam when his plane was hit. As he ejected and his parachute deployed, he had mere seconds to process his fate. Below him was enemy territory. A prison awaited him. He knew he was about to enter hell on earth. Captured, the beginning of a nightmare. Stockdale landed and was immediately captured by enemy forces. He was dragged to the infamous Hanoi Hilton prison, a place designed to break men. The guards beat him relentlessly. They shattered his bones, starved him, and locked him away in isolation for weeks. They wanted to crush his spirit. But what they didn't know was that James Stockdale had been preparing for this moment his entire life. The power of the mind, Stoicism in action. Years before his capture, Stockdale had studied the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, the teachings of Epictetus, a former slave who had mastered the art of enduring suffering. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. Stockdale refused to be a victim. He realized that while the enemy could control his body, they could never control his mind. Becoming the unbreakable leader, rather than succumbing to despair, he became a leader among the prisoners. He developed a covert tapping system, allowing prisoners to communicate in secret and support each other. He taught them how to endure the torture without giving in to the enemy's demands. When he learned the North Vietnamese planned to use him for propaganda, he slashed his own face open to make himself unusable for their staged videos. He was thrown into solitary confinement for 4 years, but he still did not break. The Stockdale paradox, a life-changing philosophy. Years later, Stockdale would describe his survival strategy with a simple yet profound principle: the Stockdale paradox. You must never confuse faith that you will prevail with the discipline to confront the brutal facts of reality. What does this mean? Many prisoners clung to blind optimism, telling themselves they'd be released by Christmas. But when Christmas came and went, their hope shattered. Stockdale knew better. He accepted reality, the torture, the uncertainty, the suffering, but he never lost faith that he would make it out alive. Freedom after 7 years. In 1973, after 7 brutal years, James Stockdale was finally released. His release came as part of the Paris Peace Accords, a treaty that ended U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War and led to the repatriation of American prisoners of war. Years of resilience, leadership, and unwavering mental strength had kept him alive, and now, finally, he was free. He stepped off the plane back home, not as a broken man, but as a warrior who had conquered himself. He went on to become a vice admiral, a university professor, and a symbol of resilience and strength. The lesson that can change your life. Life will test you. Hard times will come. But as Stockdale proved, you are not your circumstances. Your mind is your greatest weapon. The strongest chains are the ones we break inside our own minds. If you found this story inspiring, hit like and subscribe for more life-changing lessons from history's greatest minds. And remember, hard times don't create heroes, they reveal them.